How are you wonderful people doing? My name is Michael, is known as ThirdGenGamer, and welcome to my new challenge video. Last challenge video, we took on Pokemon Shield using only a CHEWTLE. Definitely check it out if you haven't done so already. But now, we are back at it again after a few weeks. Our challenge video for today is, can you beat Pokemon Shield using only Gentlemen Martin Solrock? So if you don't know who I'm referring to, in my top 5 worst max raid NPC trainers video, I declared him as the worst trainer to have in your raid battles. He spams Cosmic Power and Rock Polish instead of attacking, just for the raid Pokemon to negate the stat boost, and it's just a never-ending cycle. Martin single-handedly brought Solrock to my #1 least favorite Pokemon of all time. So, we're going to take his same exact Solrock and see if Martin could become the champion if he actually tried to attack. So here are the rules. Rule number 1. I must only use Solrock in my challenge run once we have the ability to get it. Rule number 2. I cannot use healing items, but I can use held items in the playthrough that can heal like leftovers. Normally Martin doesn't have an item on his Pokemon in max raids, but I'm going to allow it because it'll be hard enough already. Rule number 3. I cannot use X items to boost Solrock stats. And now for rule number 4. I can only use Martin's moves in this challenge. Martin's Solrock only has Rock Throw, Cosmic Power, Rock Polish, and Psychic. I will not have these moves to start the challenge except for Rock Throw, so I'll have to use them when I get them. I'll get Rock Polish at level 10, Cosmic Power at level 25, and then Psychic at level 30. All other moves are not allowed. Let's take a look at Solrock's stats. Solrock's stats are decent. 460 total base stat. And it's pretty well rounded, with only its special attack being rather weak. But overall, it really isn't that bad. But I do have to use Martin's moveset, so yeah. Solrock doesn't evolve, so that's why its stats are pretty decent. But that also means I cannot use great items like Eviolite to take more hits. The Pokemon needs to not be fully evolved to utilize that. Therefore, I'll probably be running leftovers the whole time. Solrock has not 1, not 2, but 6 weaknesses. Water, Grass, Bug, Ghost, Dark, and Steel. Ground isn't super effective because it has Levitate as its ability. Thank goodness. Sure, my base stats are pretty nice for a Pokemon in a challenge run like this, but these weaknesses will be difficult to work around, especially since I'll be facing 4 gym leaders with a type that's good against Solrock, and then there's Rose. Oh boy. I'll be writing my script as I go in this challenge, so I'll be sure to include some of my initial thoughts before going into big fights. Alright, let's get going. So I'm going to skip all the introduction stuff since we can't get our Solrock until we get access to the Y-Com. I chose Scorbunny since the rival would have Grookey and then Leon would have the Sobble for the champion fight. I fight Hop at Magnolia's, get the Dynamax band, and now we have access to the Y-Com. My friend Brayden, or otherwise known as WBS Energy, traded over an egg for me to hatch to use for this run. It will have my trainer OT, so it will obey me throughout the challenge. We hatch the egg, we get our Solrock. As I look at the Pokemon, our ID on this playthrough has 69. Nice. It has a lonely nature boosting its attack. It has Levitate so we can't get hit by ground moves. Starts with Rock Throw with 50 base power and 90% accuracy. The user picks up and throws a small rock at a target. So how does this pick up rocks if it doesn't have hands? That is something you'll have to answer for yourself. Solrock is also somewhat stubborn. Figures. That is typical Martin behavior. I already hate this Pokemon already. Also, this Pokemon was hatched on Valentine's Day, and it's pretty lonely by nature. Let's move on. I went into the Pokemon Center and I went to the Move Relearner guy and deleted every move but Rock Throw so I can't use anything else. So this means I'll be only using Rock Throw until I get my full moveset, since we'll be learning a lot of moves. And that also means at this point in the game, I'll have to struggle if I run out of Rock Throws. I decided to grind to level 10 before going into the wild area, and we got Rock Polish. Now we're halfway to getting Martin's full moveset. Yippee! We went to the wild area, we grabbed the leftovers, as that'll probably be our main held item in this playthrough. We make it to Motostoke, choose our jersey number, which is #1 because obviously Martin is the #1 worst trainer in Pokemon Sword and Shield, but it'll reverse the #1 best if we become champion. We meet the gym leaders, and then we begin our journey. And I have no idea how we even have fans since everyone hates Martin Solrock. Why? Maybe it's just because people feel bad. Okay, that makes a little more sense now. Time to fight Hop. He sends out Wooloo. 2 Rock Throws, easy kill. Grookey comes out, 2 levels higher than us, not a huge deal. But we miss 3 Rock Throws in a row. Just a reminder that it has a 90% accuracy. We get hit with a couple of branch pokes, and we get knocked out. Second attempt, I took a turn to set up one rock polish on the Wooloo, finish it off with 2 rock throws. Grookey comes out again. Doesn't ever go for branch poke, and we finish it off with 4 rock throws. Rookity comes out last, 2 rock throws finish hop off. Time for Bead, Bede, Beat, Beady, whatever his name is. Come on, Pokemon Company, give an official pronunciation. Let me know what you call this guy in the comment section down below. Anyways, he sends out Solosis. I almost knock it out with Rock Throw. He endeavors me down to 2 HP. What a jerk. I knock it out, get leftovers recovery. Eternatus comes out, 2 rock throws knock it out. Lastly, he brings out Gothita. I hit 1 rock throw. Gothita goes for Side Beam, does 5 damage. We recover with leftovers. Basically, I had to land 1 more hit and Bead was done. But nope, we miss, and Bead gets a high damage roll to knock us out. We should have won. Rock Throw is really starting to irritate me with that 90% accuracy. Back to Gothita, we didn't miss, we won the battle. Before we go into the gym, I decided to grind out experience candies in case we need some in the future. And we ran into a shiny Hoo-Hoo. That was full odds, no shiny charm, so that was pretty wild. Unfortunately, I do not have footage of when I got the shiny. I was on the go while I was grinding these experience candies out, but it was freaking sweet. Anyways, it's time for Milo. He sends out Gossifleur. First turn, we go for Rock Throw, he goes for Round, and then we finish it off with another Rock Throw. If it went for a Magical Leaf, we would have probably been in trouble. Lastly, Milo has Eldegoss. We Dynamax, Rockfall, and we put up the Sandstorm, which is super clutch because it boosts our special defense. We eat a max Overgrow. We kept using Rockfall, and it lived on 1 HP. If Eldegoss goes for Overgrow for a 3rd time, I lose. It goes for Max Strike instead, and the Sandstorm kills off the Eldegoss. That first badge could have been a lot worse. Time for Hop again. He sends out Wooloo. We Rock Throw, almost knock it out. Hop heals, and then we eventually knock it out with Rock Throw. Thwackey was up next. It didn't use a single grass move, so Rock Throw took it out. There was Corvusquire. Critical hit Rock Throw knocks it out. Hop is done. On the way to Holbury, we learn Cosmic Power at level 25. We make it to Holbury, meet up with Nessa, and then we go into the gym. First up is Goldeen. We eat up the hits while we set up 2 Cosmic Powers and a Rock Polish, and then we knock it out with Rock Throws. Next is Arrokuda. Arrokuda is a priority stab Aqua Jet, does a decent chunk, and then we miss a couple Rock Throws. This screws this attempt up. We eventually knock out the Arrokuda. We didn't have enough HP to beat Dreadnought. How ironic is it that the final turn of the battle we missed Rock Throw again? I gave Solrock a few experience candies to bring it up a couple levels. I don't think we can really lose at this point unless we miss more than before. With my luck, it is definitely possible. We set up on the Goldeen, this time in +3 in defense and special defense, and then +4 in speed with Rock Polish, so we were able to outspeed the Dreadnought when Swift Swim activates in the raid after Max Geyser. We knock out the Goldeen, Arrokuda comes out, we miss again, and then Arrokuda crits me with Bite. Figures. And then we crit it back next turn. We Dynamax against the Dreadnought, almost knock it out with 3 max Rock Falls, and then when we go back to the normal form, we were able to secure the win for the Water Badge. Galarmine number 2, and the one who must not be named is up next. He sends out Solosis. I miss Rock Throw. Thank goodness. The one time I wanted to miss if I had to. He goes for Endeavor to match his HP, but after that, he was really no threat. Solosis goes down. Then Gothita, Ponyta, and then the Hatena, then he was done. Then when doing the Yell double in the mine, we grew to level 30 and we learned Psychic, so we officially have our full moveset. Time for Marnie. She sends out Krogunk and just spams Sucker Punch for 5 turns straight as I was able to set up Cosmic Powers and a Rock Polish. I finished it with Psychic. Then Scraggy comes out. It spammed Low Kick as I spammed Rock Throw, and eventually we knocked it out. Lastly, she had her Morpeko. We landed a couple Rock Throws, and Marnie was done. Gym time. So I decided to give my Solrock the Lumberry instead of leftovers for this battle. Here's why. Kabu sends out Ninetales, and first turn it always goes for Will-O-Wisp. I want to be able to heal the burn while I Dynamax and destroy the Ninetales with Rockfall. I go for Rock Polish so I can outspeed the rest of his team. Next turn, I knock out Ninetales and max Rockfall, then Rockfall knocks out the Arcanine despite getting intimidated, and then Gigantamax Centiskorch comes out, another one-hit KO for the Fire Badge. Easiest gym yet. Now I have to deal with the Yell Grunts, and oh my goodness, this was awful. Back-to-back trainers with Dark types. It was horrible. I could not win since I could not heal between them. I recorded my 3rd attempt at level 37 and still couldn't get it. I missed my Rock Throws, get poisoned by Stunky, which was avoidable by the way, but we miss and then get bodied by the first trainer. Then we have to grind up to beat these 2 trainers back to back. After many more attempts, I'm back at level 43. Let's see if we can knock out the Stunky, avoid getting poisoned, and then do enough to knock out the Linoon and have enough HP for the live part for the next trainer. We knock out the Stunky in one hit, after missing one rock throw of course, but at least we avoided the poison, which is really what's going to help us out the most. We two-shot the Linoon, first trainer down. Second trainer sends out live part, 2 rock throws knock it out. If we even have this much trouble against these grunts, imagine late game Marnie and Piers. I do not even want to think about it right now. We make it to Stow on side, and then we battle Hop. Knock out Cramorat with 1 rock throw, knock out Silicobra with a Psychic, destroy Thwacky with a rock throw and Psychic, and then we finish him off by destroying his Toxel with Psychic. Step aside now, boy. It's time for Alistair. Alistair sends out Yamask. First turn, I was banking on the disable, so I wanted a rock polish while that happened. Alistair attacked instead. We then got 2 Cosmic powers up before it got disabled. We knock out the Yamask with Psychic. Ursula comes out next. We go for rock throw while he goes for curse, knocking himself out. But now we have to be very careful as our HP will be going down each turn by 25%. Mimikyu is next. We go for Psychic and knock out his disguise. We get the special defense drop. I Dynamax, go for the Max Mindstorm, knock it out. And now it is time for the Gigantamax Gengar. I outspeed, I use Max Mindstorm, get a crit, though I don't think it really mattered, and we got the Ghost Badge. In the Glimwood Tangle, I found the Bright Powder, which lowers the opponent's accuracy. Since I don't have anything like the Eviolite that can help me take hits, the Bright Powder could be clutch if I need to set up my defenses against the opponent. If I can avoid an attack to set up a Cosmic Power or 2, that could be the difference in a big fight. Just another tool at our disposal if we need it. Now we need to deal with the old hag Opal. She starts off with Weezing, 1 Psychic, KOs Weezing. Next is Mawile, which is going to be a problem. It is a Steel type, so it resists our moves, and it has moves that are good against Solrock. It has Intimidate, which lowers our attack. I answer the first quiz question correctly, get the speed boost, use 3 Psychics as it was crunching me, and we knock it out. Togekiss comes out. We answer the next question to boost our defenses, and eventually we take it out. Lastly, it is time for Gigantamax Alchemy. We both Dynamax. I go for Max Rockfall to set up the Sandstorm, which boosts our special defense. Alchemy goes for Gigantamax Finale, does nothing. Lie on the last question about Opal's age just to get an attack boost and knock out the Alchemy with 2 Mindstorms. We get the Fairy Badge. Now it is time for the toughest hot battle of the game. He starts with Trevenant. I use 2 Psychics, knock it out easy. Next up is Bolton. It outspeeds, crits me with Crunch. Ouch. If it didn't land a crit, we would have fared a little better, but it still wouldn't be good for the remaining Pokemon. So let's level up and try again. Back at level 52, we decide to go straight for Cosmic Powers while Trevenant confuses us with Confuse Ray. We hit ourselves. Wonderful. Then we snap out, get another Cosmic Power off, and then Psychic away. Bolton comes out next. He crunches, gets the defense drop, but we crit and kill it. Next Pokemon is Rillaboom, and Drum Beating finished us off. We are getting bodied left and right, so we need a ton more levels. I ran a damage calculator to find the level where I could potentially outspeed the Bolton since I could see every stat. Anyways, assuming that Bolton doesn't have 31 IVs in speed, I should be able to outspeed and kill it in one hit. Cutting to the Bolton, we did outspeed and knock it out with Psychic. Then Rillaboom comes out, we get a crit Psychic, which I think mattered, but regardless, we got past it. Heatmore comes in, we miss a Rock Throw, Heatmore goes for Bug Bite, we do land the next one to knock it out. Lastly, we have the annoying Snorlax. This should have been easy, except Solrock missed 2 Rock Throws, letting Snorlax stockpile. On top of that, Hop uses a Hyper Potion, but yeah, the Snorlax was doing nothing to us, even with a super effective Heavy Slam. It just took forever to knock it out, but Hop was done. We make it to Sirchester and we are ready to take on Melanie. Melanie's first Pokemon is Frostmoth. We are quite effective against this, so we can take advantage of the situation. We went for a few Cosmic Powers while we got hit by Hail and Icy Wind, and then used Rock Polish to recover the speed reduction. We destroy Frostmoth with 1 Rock Throw. Darmanitan comes in, we outspeed, knock it out in 1 hit with Rock Throw. Ice-Cube comes out, we go for Psychic, so we have to take a turn to destroy its Ice Phase, and do about half while it Icy Winds. We go for a Rock Polish to raise our speed while Ice-Cube goes for another Icy Wind. We finish it off with another Psychic. Last up is Lapras. We both Dynamax. I outspeed, go for Max Rockfall, almost knock it out, and set up the Sandstorm, which boosts our special defense. We take a Max Geyser like a champ, and then we finish it off with the Ice Badge. Who would have thought that Martin's moveset would actually be helpful for this fight? Time for the fight I was not looking forward to. Marnie. She sends out Liepard. It goes for Nasty Plot, but I wasn't necessarily scared about that. I stack some Cosmic Powers on her Liepards, and Scrafty's my #1 problem in her team, and really Liepard isn't a threat. Then Liepard goes for Torment, which makes it so I can't use 2 moves in a row. Now the fun begins. I knock out the live part with Rock Throw. Scrafty comes out. I use another Cosmic Power since I can't use Rock Throw again. Scrafty misses with Swagger. I do a Rock Throw, does nothing. Oh boy. Then this battle took forever. I end up knocking it out with a Rock Throw after stacking up to +6 with my Cosmic Powers and end up being a +4 in attack from the Swaggers. Now Toxicroak comes out, it Sucker Punches, I use Psychic, easy kill. Lastly, Morpeko comes out, I take a bite, and then Rock Throw to knock it out. I had to get a second Pokemon, so I caught myself a Magikarp that only knew Splash to use as Death Fodder. We needed this Magikarp because there was a required double in the gym. Before we battled Piers, I decided to use Experience Candies to get myself up to level 70 because I actually wanted to have a chance. And I also gave Solrock the Bright Powder because if I can get Piers to miss a couple of times while I need to set up, that could save us. The entire team is a threat, but really the Scrafty to start is the main problem. It has Sand Attack, Payback, and then also Intimidate as its ability lowering our attack. First attempt, stacked up Cosmic Powers. Scrafty missed twice, but Payback knocked me out before I even had a chance to knock it out. I'm now up to level 85. I've actually made progress. I got a few Cosmic Powers up on the Scrafty and eventually knocked it out with a couple of Rock Throws. Malamar comes out, we two-shot at the Rock Throw. Obstagoon comes in to chop our throat. We are a rock. We couldn't take enough hits to live past Obstagoon. The Bright Powder really didn't work out in our favor in the last few attempts. So I'm going to be putting the leftovers on and try again. After a few more attempts, I put my Solrock at level 90. Can this be it? I hope so. He tries to stall out Rock Throw with Obstruct. We do some chip damage until one crits. Of course, the game knew and went for counter on the move when I got a crit. I live in the red. He never used counter in the previous attempts, and it just happened to choose counter after we crit it. AI cheating? Possibly, or it just got stupid lucky. I'll go with the AI cheating. But we live, obviously, and we knock it out the next turn. Lastly, he brings in Skuntank. We outspeed, we did get another crit and destroyed the Skuntank. We win. This attempt was extremely crazy because I didn't miss any Rock Throws, and those two crits were the difference of me going for another hour or two trying to beat this gym leader. Now it is time for the final gym, which is Hammerlock. Competitive doubles, sign me up. More like 2v1 plus Sharkbait the Splashing Magikarp, but whatever. I make it to Raihan. Considering that we had to get to level 90 to beat Piers, I really didn't think this would be a super hard gym, even when most of his Pokemon have moves for Solrock. He sends out Flygon and Gigalith. I take first turn to Cosmic Power while Flygon uses Breaking Swipe to do damage to both of my Pokemon, knocking out Sharkbait. Then Gigalith goes for Body Press on Solrock. Basically, my strategy is to set up on these two with another Cosmic Power and then one Rock Polish, which we were able to pull off without getting our defenses dropped by Crunch. I knock out the Flygon with Psychic. I'm leaving the Gigalith on the field since it really can't do anything to Solrock. Sandaconda comes out. I outspeed and use Psychic. Knock it out. Duraludon comes out. I Dynamax. He Gigantamaxes. I go for Mindstorm. Do more than half. Steel Spike does nothing. Then, of course, Gigalith does nothing with Body Press. I finish off Duraludon with Mindstorm. And then I use my last Dynamax turn on the Gigalith. And we get the Dragon Badge. We make it to Winden. Now, this is where the fun will begin. We have plenty of opponents coming up that counter our Solrock. So I'm thinking that this won't be a cakewalk despite being level 90. Now we battle Marnie. Like last battle against her, I decided to stack up Cosmic Powers on her Liepard. Liepard goes for the Nasty Plot first turn, then Snarl's second turn to lower our special attack, which isn't a huge deal. We'll mostly be using Rock Throw anyways, except for her Toxicroak. I set up to +3, she decides to set up to +6 in special attack while I knock her out with Rock Throw. Scrafty comes out, we do less than half to Scrafty with Rock Throw while it Swaggers, so it puts our attack at +2. She kind of dug her own grave by boosting our attack. Of course, we hit ourselves and it does more damage, but we already have +3 in defenses already. We break through the first turn of Confusion, but we miss. Second turn, we hit ourselves, and then the third turn, we snap out and finish it in one hit with a useless crit. Toxicroak comes out, one Psychic knocks it out since we're quad effective. Morpeko comes out, I decided Dynamax and then Rockfall, and Max Rockfall obliterates it, and now her Gigantamax Grimmsnarl. One Max Rockfall knocks it out. Easy win. Time for Hopscotch, Hippity Hoppity, Hop Schmop, or whatever nickname you want to give him. He sends out Dubwool. I go for the Cosmic Power first turn, he goes for Body Slam. I didn't like the chances of getting paralyzed, so next turn I went for Psychic to knock out the Dubwool. Next was Snorlax. I set up one more Cosmic Power, and then I went for one Rock Throw and one Psychic to finish it off. Next was Corviknight. I do about 3/4 of its health with Rock Throw, then it decides to go for Swagger. Now, why does the game think this is a good idea? It works temporarily. I hit myself twice in confusion while it goes for Scary Face and Steel Wings, but we snap out of it and take out Carving Knight with Psychic. Pinkerchin comes out, I Dynamax, use Max Rockfall while I'm at +2 because of Swagger, easy kill. Rillaboom comes out, he Dynamaxes and goes for Max Darkness, which practically did nothing, and then we one-shot the Rillaboom with Rockfall. We head to the Rose Tower, go up the elevator, and then we go fight Alina. Alina starts with a Frostlass. We all know first turn she loves the Will-O-Wisp, so I went for Rock Throw. I miss. Absolutely wonderful timing. She goes for that accursed move. She misses as well. Sweet. Free turn. Next turn, I knock her out with Rock Throw. My Milotic comes in. I use Rock Throw. Do about 3/4 of her health. She goes for Aqua Ring. Sure, she gradually heals each turn, but it's essentially a free turn. I use Psychic for the knockout. Serena comes in. I finish her off with Psychic. She sends in Salazzle. One Psychic knocks it out. Gigantamax Garbodor was next, but a Max Mindstorm knocks it out in one hit. Beat interrupts our debut in the tourney. Time to beat him into the ground. He starts with Mawile. Of course, Mawile has Intimidate, which lowers our attack. I go for 2 Cosmic Powers while Bead spams Iron Head. We knock it out with 2 Psychics after a heal. Next up is Gardevoir. Since we're -1 in attack, Gardevoir lives a Rock Throw, but we finish it off next turn. Rapidash gets sent out. 2 Rock Throws knock it out. And now it is time for Gigantamax Hatterene. We almost knock it out with Max Rockfall. Bead goes for Smite. Confuses us, however, we break through the confusion and finish off Hatterene with Max Rockfall. Beady is done. The tournament begins. We fight Nessa first round. She sends out Golisopod. It goes to First Impression, which does a decent chunk, and we Cosmic Power. We get one more Cosmic Power up, and then we knock it out in one hit with Rock Throw. Next is Seaking. We go for Psychic. It lives in the red while it goes for Aqua Ring. Nessa heals, but we eventually knock it out with Psychic. Barraskewda gets sent out. We outspeed, knock it out in one hit with Psychic. Next, Pelipper comes in. Drizzle activates. We one-shot with Rock Throw, and now it's time for her ace, Gigantamax Dreadnought. We go for Mindstorm, do about 3/4 health, and then Dreadnought goes for the Max Darkness to lower our special defense. Next turn, we eliminate Nessa with an easy knockout. Alistair's up. He sends out Dusknoir. Dusknoir can't really hit us hard, so I took the time to Cosmic Power and Rock Polish against Dusknoir, and then used 2 Rock Throws to take it out. Next is Chandelure. 1 Rock Throw took it out. Poltegeist comes in next. It did Protect Stall me a bit, but we eventually knocked it out with Psychic. Curso was next. He gets a crit with Hex, but that was it. We knock it out with 2 Psychics. Lastly is Gengar. We Dynamax, get a crit, which didn't matter, and we take out Alistair. Let's see if Raihan will be harder than last time. He sends out Torkoal. I go for Cosmic Power while he Solar Beams in the sun. Eat it like a champ. Do another Cosmic Power, and then another Rock Throw. Torkoal's defense allowed it to live. Raihan uses the full restore, and then I go for Psychic, and it knocks it out in one hit. Flygon comes out, we go for Psychic, it lives, goes for Sandstorm, but I knock it out next turn. Goodra comes in, sets up Rain Dance. When it eats our Psychics like a champ, we go for Psychic again, almost knock it out. It goes for Muddy Water and misses, and then we finish it off. Turtonator gets sent out, 1 Rock Throw demolishes it, and now Gigantamax Duraludon is back. 2 Max Mindstorms do the trick to take the dub. Rose wants to interrupt the champion fight with his Dynamax shenanigans and the Darkest Day stuff, so now he must go beat him to save the day. This battle actually really concerns me. I feel like this will be the toughest fight in the playthrough. Rose has a strong team of Steel types, which are all strong against Solrock. Well, I guess we'll see how it goes. Rose sends out a Scavalier. First turn of Cosmic Power, he goes for Swords Dance. Next turn I set up another Cosmic Power, he Swords Dances again to +4. I felt that even though he was technically +2 at this point, my levels would allow me to take the hit better. So I go for Rock Throw, does about half, and then the Mega Horn comes and we nearly get destroyed. We knock it out with Rock Throw, Ferrothorn comes out, I go for Psychic, and it looks like I'll need to land 4 times in a row to knock it out. Not good. He goes for Curse, lowering his speed and raising the attack, both making his Gyro Ball more powerful. He gets more powerful the slower the user is to the opponent, plus he's raising his attack. Once again, Psychic does nothing, and then Gyro Ball knocks us out. We try this again. I go for Cosmic Power, he goes straight for Mega Horn, and he does way too much damage considering we're at +1 defense. I go for another Cosmic Power, he Swords Dances. At this point I knew I was going to be toast if I don't knock it out, so I Dynamax here. Max Rockfall knocks it out. Ferrothorn gets sent out again. Max Mindstorm does less than half, it curses. We use another Mindstorm and almost knock it out. Gyro Ball hits us, but we take it a lot better since we're Dynamaxed. We use Psychic and it goes down. There we go. Progress. Berserker, aka Great Strips from the Soul Link, comes out. I figured that Berserker would not do a whole lot of damage, so I started setting up Cosmic Powers again. But it still did a big chunk. Now I'm at +5, he goes for Shadow Claw, gets the crit. That move has a high crit chance, so it was bound to happen. But at this point, I decide to Psychic away to finish it off. Kling Klang gets sent out, I go for Psychic, don't really do a whole lot, but we do get a special defense drop. He goes for shift gear, sharply raising his speed and then his attack by 1 stage. It goes for gear grind, but we eat the hits. I go for psychic, knock it out, and now it's time for the Caparaja. At this point I was toast, but we definitely made it really far. We did get a little bit of luck with Kling Klang though. I do many more attempts and fail, so I decided to put Solrock at level 97 and try this again. Against the Escavalier, I was successful in setting up 2 Cosmic Powers while he sets up 2 Swords Dances. I Dynamax, knock it out with Rockfall. Ferrothorn comes out, Mindstorm almost does half. He curses, we do another Mindstorm, he actually curses again. We go back to regular size and we finish it off with another Psychic. Berserker comes in, I Cosmic Power to +6, avoid a crit, and I knock it out with 2 Psychics. Klang Klang comes in, I Psychic, does exactly half. He goes for Shift Gear, and I finish it off with Psychic. Now we have most of our health going into the Caparaja. Basically, I have no Dynamax, but I need to avoid getting crit in order to win. I take the Max Steel Spikes, stall him out of his Dynamax, and I secure the win by knocking him out with Psychic. Oh boy, that was a doozy. We fight Eternatus, easily win, and now we're able to fight Leon. And we will truly find out whether or not you can win using Martin Solrock. Do you think that we'll win? Let me know in the comment section down below. So my plan going into this fight is that I'll be setting up on his Aegislash with Cosmic Powers and 1 Rock Polish, and then Dynamax. Let's see how this goes. First turn he goes for King Shield while I Cosmic Power. I outspeed so I was able to set up 2 Cosmic Powers before he could land an attack. I went up to +4 in defense and special defense, and I ended up not going for a Rock Polish. But I go for Psychic, do a little bit over half, and we end up knocking it out. Dynamax wasn't used here, so great. He sends out Haxorus, I go for the Psychic, almost knock it out in 1 hit as it Iron Tails. We take it like a champ, Leon heals, which I'm okay with. I'd rather have him heal this Pokemon than a later Pokemon. Eventually, I finish it off a Psychic. Dragapult gets sent in. I know I can take a Shadow Ball with no crit, so I go straight for the Psychic after I take the hit and knock it out with a crit. I don't think the crit mattered though. Inteleon gets sent in. I Psychic while it uses Tearful Look, lowering our special attack. We do about half. We get the special defense drop. Another Psychic kills it after taking a Snipe Shot. Mr. Rhyme comes in. I decide to Dynamax here and go for Max Rockfall. Knock it out in 1 hit. So we have the Sandstorm up, raising our special defense even more, and the Charizard's now sent in. Of course it Gigantamaxes, and it goes for Max Overgrowth. It does peanuts to our Solrock at +4 with the Sandstorm boost. And we use Max Rockfall to completely obliterate the Charizard. And that is it, folks. We've officially become the champion. Now we get Martin Solrock on the title screen. I'm happy this challenge is done. You can beat Pokemon Shield using only Gentlemen Martin Solrock. So what does this tell you about Martin? He does have a Pokemon that is technically capable to wipe out the entire Galar region, but his stupidity in max raid battles really hold him back. Like seriously, why Cosmic Power and Rock Polish when a max raid Pokemon negates the boost during the raid? I'm done using Solrock for a long time. This seemed like it was really going to be quite the daunting task, and it definitely was, but I'm glad that the challenge ended up being a win. Let me know if you have any challenges that you'd like to see down in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button for some more Pokemon challenge videos, and also hit that bell icon for notifications whenever I upload for various Nuzlocke videos on the channel and many more challenge videos. See you all next time.